I think if you think about a more junior deal maker, I mean, people when they're just starting out, because there's kind of a different set of skills you need at every level of the organization. At the junior level, it's a lot about math, right? It's a lot about understanding the analytics, being able to do run the numbers on particular transactions and think about, does it make sense to pay $40 a share for this company, but not 42, or what should be the right debt level for the combined company. And there's a lot of analytics. But if you get more senior, then it really comes down to relationships, and that really comes down to trust. You have to have all those technical skills. You got to keep those throughout your whole career. But when you're as you graduate to more senior levels, you really have to develop, I would say, the judgment to fine tune those analytics and say, what is this a deal worth doing? If so, what is the right price? If we do buy it, what's the right capital structure? Those are all very, very, important questions. But at some level, it goes beyond that to just having the really fine-tuned judgment of, do you pay the incremental dollar to acquire the business, or do you let your competitor outbid you because it's just pushed you too far and it's not worth that much? Those are really tough judgments to make. And your judgments, even if you have really, really good judgment, they aren't worth anything if the client doesn't really trust you. And so you have to develop as a firm, and I would say in this industry, even as an individual, a really sort of trustworthy profile where people think, this guy, this 22-year-old, this 52-year-old, when you're talking to the more senior people, is someone I really trust. I think when he gives me advice, it's going to be really well considered. It's going to be in my interest as the client. And so that's the thing I would highlight, is to really have, that kind of high integrity, and then you can combine that with the analytical skills you have and the judgment you develop over time to be a great banker.